feel it. I've been waiting for a long time, gotta do it. And won't let nothing hold me down.
Welcome, and welcome again to Living Life Successfully with Sonja Busha. You know what time it is? It's Financial Friday. And today has been a fantabulous day. I'm so thankful, Michael. I'm grateful and just blessed to be here. I have with me none other than Michael Deckard. Would you introduce yourself, sir?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Fantabulous Financial Friday, sponsored by Dr. Boucher. Let's get it underway.
I like that. I think I'll start calling it Fantabulous Financial Friday or
Yes, sir.
Fantabulous Health and Wellness, whatever I choose to, you know, do
Pep
that
it.
day. So,
Put a little pep in.
well, exactly. I like that. Fantabulous. So, hey, I do not own the rights to the music that you were just listening to. It's My Time by Kelly Price. Y'all all know I like that. It's my time because as I've stressed throughout, the shows and different things that I've been doing,
Mm-hmm.
I'm concerned about you and your well being and always praying for you. It's not just about me and it's not just my time, but it's your time as you move forward through breakthrough in 2022. So, y'all be encouraged. Hey, I want to welcome our listening audience, whether it be via platform, if you're watching or if you're listening to us via podcast. I want to just welcome you and
Welcome.
thank you for choosing to be here tonight with us for such a time as this. I
Right.
just want to welcome you. Welcome you, please, in the chat box. List your names. Please list where you are viewing from. Any questions that you may have, I welcome them. I appreciate them. I want you to just come on and engage with us and let us know what you're thinking. And not only that, if you have been watching this week, you know that, or for the past month, we have been doing a 90-day push geared towards educating you on your financial services, changing lives, showing you, how it would be good for you and what we can do for you.
Right.
Those who know me or don't know me, you know that I'm a health and wellness natural coach, as well as an entrepreneur, a business owner, motivating, inspiring, empowering, and educating you to just live a healthier lifestyle, whether it be in your mind, body, spirit, physical. I'm about that health and
Right.
taking care of yourself using natural alternatives. But at the same time, I believe that your health is also your wealth. And so we're talking about financial services. This being a $8.5 trillion industry. And so we've just been sharing with you on what you can do to set yourself up and your family, and not just us, but to be that conduit to start your dream, to have something in place for your vision. And so that's what we've been sharing with you. And I'm excited because Michael, tonight we will be featuring or talking about famous entrepreneurs tonight. A few, not a lot, but there are some from the past and present that are already doing this. But if you've watched us this week, we shared with you already about here's my Percy Miller, aka Master K, Master P, who started his empire with how much of an insurance settlement, Michael?
$10,000 that is now worth over $250 million. That's y'all. That's over a quarter of a billion
Yes.
off a $10,000 policy.
Right.
Whoa!
I know. And so we've been talking about, this week leading up to what we want to share with you on tonight. We'll be doing more things like this, bringing just people before you to share with you. But there are famous entrepreneurs tonight that we want to share with you who use their life insurance policy to fund their dream, to start their vision.
Hmm.
And Michael, this is not new actually.
Not
It's
at all.
practice, a concept that has actually been used, and they actually use what people know today as whole life insurance is what they called it back then, and that's what they know now as a powerful savings component. So not only is it a death benefit, but it can, if it's used right, we have something, of course, that is, I call it steroids. It's a product, a service that's actually on steroids that can help set you up and position you to where you need to be, what you need to do. So, in short, we're going to be sharing with you and how life insurance itself, the industry, is a key driver to our personal economy today and how it has been used over the past.
Right.
So I am going to start with, let's see here. Let's see if y'all recognize. I'm gonna put up this picture, one of these pictures here. So those who are listening and who just chimed in, we're talking about, or what we have been sharing with you are famous people or people who have used their life insurance policies to start or fund their dream, to fund their vision, to have their family set up, for life, to have a stream of income that is beyond what your mind could probably even, think of. And there are no limits. Just you got to find some resources, and they found the resources. They were educated and knew what to do.
Right.
So I put this picture up because I figured a lot of people would recognize this. I used to like to listen to Mickey and Minnie Mouse and Goofy and Donald Duck, and so
Saturday morning lineup.
so you got it. Let's go with this picture.
Ooh,
Oh,
I've been there before.
I haven't had the opportunity to go there. I hope y'all know who this is. Put it in the chat box if you recognize these pictures. You got it. It is Disneyland. Well,
Mm.
Michael, let's share with them a little bit about who this is and who the brain or the founder is behind such a empire as this.
Well, the gentleman that's sitting there at the table with the different figurines in front of him is the mastermind and creator of that beautiful amusement park that y'all just got a chance to see, also known as Disneyland. And it starts out with the name Disney because that gentleman sitting right there, his name is Walt Disney, the creator of that beautiful amusement park. And he actually used a whole life insurance policy
Yeah.
because you see what color he is. Even though he was the right shade, his dream amassed more than what the banks back in the 50s could put their money on. They didn't feel comfortable with giving him the money that was going to be needed to build Disney.
Right.
And so, with the oldest, most secure bank at the time being a whole life policy that had cash value, that asset is what allowed Walt to take the use of that asset and fund building Disneyland that the world has come to know, and children have spent billions of dollars of their parents' money going to go see, all from a whole life insurance policy, y'all. That's come on now. Come on now.
I know. Isn't that awesome? It says that he borrowed from this. This started, like I said, it's been around the concept for years. In
Right.
1953, like you said, when not even a banker would lend him money. They
Yeah.
didn't believe in his dream. And that tells me, hey, don't give up on your dream. God has something in place for you to, if he put it in you and you follow his direction,
Mm.
you move forward with it. You don't ask the how, the why. You just got to move with it by faith.
Right.
And so, yeah, he did that with the whole life insurance, and it provided him with the necessary liquidity that he needed to fund his dream.
Still in business today.
Exactly. I gotta go there one. I have to go there one day though.
Yeah,
So
we take the
yeah.
grandbabies to go visit once.
Yeah, so people are using it to start their business. They're using it to grow their business or savings even for their business. So Hey, those who are listening, if you have a business idea or something in place, and we need to do a review policy. We've been talking about this
It's that time
um,
of year.
the
Yes.
whole time that we've been on the air.
Right.
If you have not done so, you need to put your information in that chat box so that we can follow up with you and just see what you have in place, because I know we can do something better
Absolutely.
with our proprietary product, which is the IUL. We talk about it, we love it. It is great for you.
Absolutely.
So the second person we are going to feature. Did you have anything else to say about Walt?
No, he has been like that right there. This ultimate of being able to make your dreams become a reality. And so, you know, if he can do it with a whole life insurance policy, I promise you, whatever business idea you have, instead of taking your income tax check money this year and going and buying a car that you're not gonna have after the 4th of July, go ahead and invest in you an index universal life policy, and you may be able to fund your dream this year. Let's get it done. Let's get it done.
But there you go with that. We're gonna speak life though.
Yeah. Just giving them an alternative. Yeah, absolutely.
There we go. There we go. Okay, so this second person, or this, I'm gonna put up this first because I know people know who that is. I remember being a child, always wanted to go to McDonald's. Yes, I did eat meat. I didn't know anything about plant-based at the time.
Notice she said did, y'all. She said did, not
Yeah,
does.
because today I'm all about the plant-based industry, so I don't deal with this. But a lot of you know who we're about to talk about through this particular animated person or the image of it, because I used to always want one, and he went a step further. He put it in the box
Mm,
with the kids meal. It had
mm,
the cute little cartoons and everything you could play with McDonald's. I remember wanting one. We couldn't
mm,
always go to McDonald's, but
mm.
when
Nope.
we did, and those fries were addictive. Oh my gosh.
Still are.
Oh really? No,
Oh yeah, they fries go hard if you get them fresh. Yes.
okay. I'm not gonna say anything. This is not a health and wellness time, but make sure you schedule your consultation with me, Michael Deckard.
We'll have to do that, Dr. Boucher.
Okay. So okay, which one do I want to show? Okay, so this right here, you got it, is McDonald's. Here's a picture of who we know as Ray Kroc. He was determined to grow his business from a quality local hamburger shack to a national pastime and household name. Tell us about
Mr. Ray
Ray.
Kroc basically, I won't say that he invented franchising, but he changed the way that franchises were established. He
Mhm.
created McDonald University. So that way, everybody that had the credit and the money to start a McDonald's franchise came to a place where they got educated on how to run a McDonald's, how the employees all work in unison together to make sure that no matter what McDonald's you go to, the fries are always going to be on the left, right? So he created that franchising system, and he did that, y'all, with proceeds from a whole life insurance policy. Who would have thunk it, as the old folks would say? Who would have thought that somebody would start the most adorned franchise of McDonald's,
I know.
worldwide franchise, y'all? I've been to London, I've been to Germany. They've got McDonald's over there. You understand? So
Everywhere.
everywhere, anywhere you go, right? So if he could fund that with with an index universal life policy versus a whole life policy, can you imagine how it would even be on a grander scale, possibly? And so, because McDonald's also kind of came like a mini available amusement park with the area, the play area that they had for the kids, and all of the different stuff that they made available for the kids. Imagine, y'all, he did that with a whole life insurance benefit. That's crazy.
I know.
So it just goes to show you yet again, your dreams can be accomplished with what we have to offer. So you just got to take a look at it. Let us take a look at it with you.
Right. And I wanted to say that there was a movie called The Founder that Michael Keaton starred in.
Mhm.
And if you saw that movie, he portrayed in, then it said, then you know that success didn't happen overnight for Ray Kroc. In
No.
fact, he didn't take a personal salary, it says, for the first 8 years so that
Yes.
he could preserve his cash flow. And not only that, he was determined to invest those dollars where he had the highest growth potential, for his business. So when you start a business, you have to understand that you're going to have some ups and downs, valleys, and go through some things. But if you hold on to that vision, if you hold on to it and you put those steps, he put a system in place,
Right.
you see it flourish. I encourage you tonight, whatever business that you have started or that you dream to start, don't give up.
Not at all.
Give
Not
us a call. Like I said, we have products and services in place that can assist you.
absolutely.
And not
Absolutely.
only that, I want you to talk about this, Michael. Let's see if I want you to expand on what I'm about to say. But it's also documented that Ray Kroc borrowed against two, not one, but two different cash value life insurance policies to pay his key. I said key. I know there's employees, businesses out there who has key employees along the way. Let's
Right.
talk about key.
So basically, my past experience with insurance was in supplemental insurance that had the little duck that does commercials, and they got Deion Sanders and you know different coaches. Coach Saban are part of the advertisements. So I learned how employees are valuable assets to a company or business owner, right? And with us dealing with the most like prolific pandemic that the United States has experienced and all of the losses and having people having to be in an environment that has been dangerous, the hospital employees, and believe it or not, they said that the liquor stores was even considered essential businesses, right? They
Mhm.
said you got to stay liquored up if you go work through this crazy stuff. So just imagine how our employers are motivated to find ways because I haven't ever seen as many now hiring signs in my work history. And it's over 50 years that I've been available to work, right? So for me to be able to see an opportunity with what we have as far as our products for a business, whether it's a small mom and pop business or whether it's a Fortune 500 company, we can find a way to help them reward those people that
Right.
have fought with them through this pandemic. And they can get an executive bonus package, or it could be a key man policy that if your employees are going into endangered areas to go sell security systems, or if they're at the hospital treating people that come in with COVID and they catch it, that they could have a policy that would have living benefits. And if the worst case happened and they died, or in the middle case happened and they have to deal with the pandemic care and treatments and have to have
Mhm.
time off of work, we have tools that the companies can write that off as a tax expense and
Right.
protect themselves so that way they don't lose the employee and then have to go spend the money to hire a new employee. So we're helping companies as well as individuals and during this traumatic time going on, and it's all about being of service. If you can help somebody be of service, I think that we'll be well rewarded. And we were just on the phone with a gentleman this morning that he said
Exactly.
that one of his coworkers had gotten cancer, and I don't know how much his salary range was, but I don't think it was enough to cover his
Exactly.
cancer treatment that was costing him $1 million a year.
Hmm.
That is, I don't care who you are,
Yeah.
that will affect your financial situation.
Yeah.
But if you had an IUL that had living benefits, you would be in a position to be like Dr. Johns that we used during our presentation
I
that
was
got
just about
diagnosed,
to say that. Yes.
with throat cancer, and they paid him $750,000 to cover his living expenses while he went through his recuperating state. So we got y'all covered.
And not
Most
only
people,
that, Michael, he had it for how long? Did he have his policy a
He
month?
only had his policy paid for 1 month. 1 month. Actually, it was a 3 week time frame
Yeah,
after he paid his 1 month premium, and he got diagnosed with level
yeah.
4 throat cancer. So it doesn't mean that you have to have a lot of money invested in it. You just have to have something so you can have the coverage. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Exactly. Yeah, he took the time to get that policy, and I'm sure he was excited according to his testimony, because
Right.
not only that, like you said, he had his own practice. And doctors, they not only have the building that they have to pay for, if you have a brick and mortar business, but they have salary for their employees, and
Right.
no telling what his lifestyle was like. So he was able to rest easy and know that his business could still
Right.
function, and
Right.
that his family could function, and his employees, could function as well and take care of their salaries. So, hey, if you're a business, if you're a small business, Fortune 500 company, wherever you are, we can meet you. We will schedule an appointment with you. We can
Absolutely.
set up a full analysis. We have a team of people that we will bring not with us. Well, we have Zoom now when I say with us, but we'll schedule something with you now at this point in time, and make
Right.
sure that you are properly covered, that you have some strategies, some things in place just in case.
Just in case, you never know. It's better to
What
be.
ifs?
It's better to have it than and not need it than to need it and not have it every
Right.
time.
I call
Absolutely.
that the what ifs. And so also, Michael, we talk about being our own bank. Ray Kroc was a very perfect example of that. We don't know the size of his whole life policy, but not only that, but I'm gonna put this other picture up here. It says this is during a Hallmark or a campaign that he was doing to help brand Hallmark. He was able to use his liquidity from that to even do what he did for charities. And he was an epitome of using his his whole life life policy as his own private bank, is what I'm trying to say. He used it as his private family bank to
Right.
do whatever, whenever he needed. He didn't have to go and get approval. He didn't have to go through all the this and that.
Yep.
So yeah.
That's what we have access to, y'all. You can be your own bank, basically. That I've never heard of anything such of that magnitude. And then after joining the company that we're with, Freedom Equity Group, I met with the chairman, Ron Blumenkemper. I call him
Mhm.
my guy. That's my dude. Bloom, we call him. And he said, "Well, Michael, you can become your own bank." And I was like, "What?" So he showed me his Maybach that he pulled up in that Saturday, that he had just got the money from his IUL and paid cash
Yeah.
for a Maybach SUV. Man, I'm telling you, I don't have to have a Maybach SUV. I do want an S680 though. So, but being able to position myself and my family and my friends and people that need assistance in doing something different because of the pandemic, the world that we live in, the way that we do meetings, the way that you conduct doing a doctor's visit. I've done a virtual doctor's visit because of the pandemic. So if you keep doing the same things that you've been doing, you're going to keep getting the same things you've been getting, maybe, and maybe not even that, because of the change of what the pandemic has shifted. We got to do something different, y'all. And if you give us a call, get in touch with Dr. Boucher with her various sundry of connections through social media, or send me an email or a sick text. My number is 4240292 to 63975. Get with me on LinkedIn. We're gonna keep it professional. 15 to 30 minute schedule of financial needs analysis. Decide whether you want to do this as a business or position your business that you already have. Let us get with our team of experts that we
Yeah.
have access to. We'll help you be able to fund your dream or protect
Exactly.
your dream that you already have going, and not let the pandemic take it down. We got you. We got you covered.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
Again, share with us what it is you're trying to do. Share with us what your goals are. We will call you. We have that personal contact.
Absolutely.
Reach out to you. Hey, I also wanted to touch with something that you said earlier. You said that McDonald's, we know that it changed the industry for the restaurant as well as Amazon retail and Uber transportation. You said that Ray had some systems in place and that he was able to start franchising
Mhm.
many franchises. And before
Right.
you said what you said before that, I want to throw that in there. But we're able to do what? The same thing. We're helping people start their franchises. And we have a builder system in place
Absolutely.
to help you get over any rough, areas, make things go smoothly. We have mentors, coaches that we're in place to help you start your own business for a
Absolutely.
smaller fee than you would trying to start up a McDonald's restaurant. And
Woo,
not only
way
that, guess what? We work from anywhere. We work from home. We can travel and work, and have now we're reaching people by the masses through social media, and I love it. We're
right.
able to do the different things that we do and have more than one, reach more people, have events, have contacts. And speaking of events, I have to put this plug in. We're having a Super Saturday on March 5th, 2022. It will be virtual. So I want y'all to make sure y'all follow my information on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. It will be out there. It will be out there, and make sure you follow me to find out more information.
Right.
You mentioned about, savings, your own bank. I just want to encourage those who have started their own savings account, because a savings account at a local credit union or at a bank or even in a jar or envelope, hey, that's a good place to start. But
Mhm.
once you have at least a couple of months' expenses saved, our favorite strategy for storing and growing your cash, contact us. We want to show you how to take that money, because some of you may be saying, I don't have anything, but you may be dropping some funds in that savings account that's barely earning you any interest. Contact us and let us show you how to grow those funds at a safe, higher, with a higher rate,
Absolutely.
and protect it.
Absolutely. Do an annuity.
Right, right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I see Michael's a little relaxed there. Let me get relaxed too. So we're going to go. Our last person for tonight that we're going to discuss. Get my little notes here. I'm having fun. Are you having fun, Michael? Sharon?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's fun, entertaining, as well as
Yeah,
education.
it is. And we're going to school systems, colleges, wherever, you need us, your jobs, to simply educate you on what needs to be done.
All business magnet high schools, give us a shout so we can show your teens how they can start their own financial services franchise for less than what they spent for lunch money for two months. And by the time they graduate college, if they decide to go,
Yeah.
because one of our founders didn't go to college and he's on his way to being a billionaire, we can show you how they can benefit and be beneficial to the world. We want to change things, and that will be a good start right there. Absolutely.
Exactly. Guess what? This is an old picture. We don't know this as it is today. But if you are familiar with, that says JC Penney, JC Penney Company, look at that building. That is, boy,
Look like an old saloon that they changed over into the first J.C. Penney's warehouse or store for them to come and shop. But it used to be the saloon. You like they take the sign down in one of those old westerns and flip it over, and you can shop at J.C. Penney's through the daytime and come get drunk and to hang out with the madams and the misters and gamble and everything else in the evening time.
not drunk. What you call it? Hold on. Yeah.
Saloon.
Multi-purpose building, huh?
Right. Multifunctional builder. Yeah.
Okay. Hey. So speaking of JC Penney, JC Penney has some great products too, by the way.
They have been in business since the 1920s. That's crazy.
Wow, wow. Well, guess what? Now we're going to discuss how using a whole life insurance as an emergency fund helped one very well-known entrepreneur save his family business empire from the tailspin of
Mm,
the Great Depression.
James Cash Penny, J.C. Penny, y'all. Now, just so y'all understand and know how magnificently um, pertinent this factor and why we saved him for last. The Great Depression, there were more people that went bankrupt, companies that shut down because of the depression. The money where people that have their 401ks placed in based on the stock market. There was a picture that we couldn't share because of not having enough space, but there was a gentleman that was selling a car that was worth at that time thousands of dollars back in the 20s for $100 cash because of the depression. He lost everything in the stock market.
Mhm.
So just to kind of give you where we're at today, that was in the 1920s. You had people jumping off of buildings. You had people that lost it all because of the stock market crashing. They say and have forecasted that the crash of the new millennium is on its way and it's going to be far more detrimental than that stock market crash. Now, I don't know when it's going to happen. Don't even know if it's going to happen. But if they keep writing $55,000 per second on fiat cash money that has absolutely nothing backing it up, we could be in store for something that's going to be far worse than what that depression was. And the only thing that we have that's going to protect people from that type of crash is going to be the products that we've been talking about, which is either an IUL policy, an annuity, or the combination of two. The two. Y'all, it's time. You need to wake up. You got to pay attention. And I
Right.
know people that have lost it all, that you know took dire needs, they
Mhm.
took matters into their own hands and they just didn't want to face. We're giving some people some options. We have time, and so it's very important, y'all. We've taken the time during this last week to talk about my boy Master P, aka his government name, Percy Robert Miller. You know, we want you guys to realize that it's something that you have access to through Dr. Boucher, through myself, through some of our other business partners. We're really pushing to get the word out. And, there's time. If you make a decision and make a choice, the choice is yours. You know, get with us and find out how we can not just fund your dreams, but potentially protect your dreams and your family. You know,
Exactly.
so that's how critical this is and how important it is for you to take this information, do your due diligence and do your research. But the most important thing is after you do all of that, give us a call, send us an email, send us a text message, send us a smoke signal. We'll be looking for you, right? Because our goal is to push through to the masses of people through social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. However, it doesn't matter. Get the information so you can make an educated decision and save your family from a potential loss of everything. Let's get it did. Let's get it.
Exactly. I wanted to also just say with Mr. James Cash Penny, how he diversified his stock portfolio also with real estate,
Right.
acres real estate, Florida real estate. It said also.
Well, and he was talking about like when the depression had hit, he
Hmm.
had the stock market, he had real estate, and he had his whole life policies, right? And so what he was able to do was start the J.C. Penney franchise in some of that real estate that he had
Hmm.
in Florida and be able to recoup what a lot of people lost money in real estate. They lost money in the stock market because of the depression. But because of his diversification, he was able to kind of pull things back together. And that Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, they thought that during the Depression that he was going to die because he had become ill, worried about all the stuff that was going on. But
Mm-hmm.
his whole life insurance policies ended up coming through and saving the day for him and his family. And so I just want y'all to know we don't have the old school 8-track whole life policies, just those type of policies anymore. We've got term policies, which that's rented insurance. We've got index universal life policies, which that's the most aggressive and the best, I would say, out of the types of policies that are available. We have annuities. So we can get you in the right place. Just schedule the time, 15 to 30 minutes to go over financial needs that you have and let us find uh, what we have available. Let it make it fit your budget, and let's get you protected. Let's get
Mm-hmm.
you positioned
Right.
for this change that's coming. It's because it's coming. It's
Right.
coming.
Also, for those listening, before we end, life insurance policies are tax advantage for those who don't understand. So
Right.
if you get with us, it's about putting you in the right vehicle. Your
Right.
cash value is shielded from taxation,
Right.
as long as it remains in the policy.
Right.
Dividends are tax free up to their basis, of course, and additional money in the policy can be accessed by tax free policy loans. So there is so much. The funds are flexible in use and liquid when needed, where you may not get that with what you have, especially with, the 401s. And we'll go into more detail again. We'll have a specialist coming on talking about 401 versus annuities, or what to even put your, tax, or put your retirement, how to properly
Structure it.
plan, yeah, for retirement and how to structure. So
Right.
there are so many things that you can do with just, life insurance policy. People call us what life insurance. We're not just life insurance agents because we do so much more. We actually connect with our clients. We get to know you personally. We watch the market for you. We have what do you call? We have access to it to see what's going on. We have professionals telling us what's best, how to look at it. We have training constantly. We have to stay up with it. So put your information in that box because we care about you. And
Right.
again, like I said before, if you haven't done anything, it's okay. Let's get started today. This is a new day. This is a new season. We're still in January. Let's make sure you have your things, especially, with such a time as this where we're going through. Make sure you have some things in place. Because I promise you things will get better, and we cover all of the what ifs, you
Right.
know.
Absolutely. What we want to do is, as we go out,
Hmm.
if you have an old 8-track policy that you're already paying for, right, and you feel like that you good, that's the thing. Oh, I'm good. I already got that. You could be paying for something that could give you much more value. You know, worst thing would be for you to catch COVID or somebody in your family that you have to care for that y'all quarantined. The old school policies don't cover COVID. They don't cover COVID,
Wow.
but the new school policies do. So you may need to change it. Just like you don't listen to 8 tracks anymore, right? Most people streaming through the
Right.
Sirius XM over the radio, or whether they got uh, what are the different services, Pandora and YouTube, and however you listen to music today is not the way you did it back then, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. You don't have an old school flip phone. You had a new school flip phone if you got the new Samsung, or you have an iPhone, right?
yeah.
You want to take advantage of the new types of financial service products that we have access to. So get with Dr. Boucher, get with Michael. One of the two of us will get you taken care of, right? And again, 30 to 45 minutes can change your life. It could protect your life. It could protect your financial security. And let's find out what's going to work best for you, and get you on your way. That'll be what's up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, if you haven't subscribed to my channels, please do. I'm on YouTube, Living Life Successfully with Sonja Busha, as well as Facebook. It's at Coach Sonja Busha, as well as my personal pages, my stories. I love to share and just get. And IG is Sonja Busha. I like to, stay in touch, build a community. Are you laughing at me?
So, yes, Smiley, y'all. She do a lot.
we have to stay tuned in, stay plugged in, stay connected.
By this time next week, she'll have a TikTok. I promise you.
We'll see. We'll see. So, hey, invest properly. Think about what you want to do. Don't think too long, but and we can definitely do something for you. Again, you have been listening to Living Life Successfully with Sonja Busha. I am so glad again that you chose to tune in with us tonight for Financial Friday. It's been an honor.
Fantabulous Financial Friday.
Thank you, Fantabulous. Look, I came up with that because you said it, because I like to use that word and forgot. But hey, thank you for tuning in to what's now Fantabulous Financial Friday. I got to change my thing here. Fantabulous Financial Friday. Hey, I will be praying for you all. I know that things seem to be like it's coming, darts are coming from all kind of directions. Put a prayer request in there too. We will pray for you as well. So, and show you what to do. Again, my guest, who I guess really not my guest, he's been on here with me from the beginning. I appreciate you, Michael. Oh, I forgot your middle initial. That's okay, Michael R. Deckard, because he says there's a lot of Michael Deckards out there. He's the only Michael what?
R. Michael
All
Ray.
right. I don't know if that's too much information, but anyway. But thank you thank you for joining me tonight to be able to share and what people can do. Thank you so much. So y'all know what we're going out to, right? Y'all know what we're leaving to, right? If you don't know, you're gonna know in just a second.
You gotta find it.
I do. I do. It's coming up though, because you know what? It's my time.
Hey.
It's your time. We're gonna get
started. 1, 2, 1, 2.